Good evening, everybody. This is Mr. Levittown here, and it's Friday night, the 30th of August, 2013. And I had planned a whole little bit about watches, timepieces. But that can wait for another video. I was getting ready to do that. I've been thinking about it upon occasion during the day to try to be a little creative, to talk about watches. And I have one of my cats right here just doing whatever she's doing. Hey, Callie. Callie, what are you doing? I have no idea what she's doing. But that's okay. It's not important. So sorry about the shaking there. Yeah, I had the whole thing about watches, but I'm not going to do that because it's not that important right now. We can wait. What is important is what's going on in the world right now. And as I look at the thing here, yes, I'm sweating like crazy. It is warm. I have a fan on here in the background. I hope it's not too loud. But what's happening in the world right now is serious, and it kind of it puts in the background my little bit about watches. That can wait. It's been very serious in the Middle East for a few thousand years, and it's still serious today. And with my country, the United States, possibly getting involved in Syria right now, and with the various political factions, I guess you want to call it that way, lining up on either side, that has the potential to be, okay, putting somebody in his place saying, all right, Assad, time for you to stop what you're doing and just, if you're going to keep on killing your own people in a civil war, well, that's one thing. But you're not going to use weapons of mass destruction to do it. And, he gets his butt kicked a little bit when it comes to various missiles coming in, destroying some of his WMD equipment. So we could go from that where he thinks, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore, all the way to its extreme, a really big, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, possibly the Third World War, because of the possibility of who's lining up on either side. What could happen? In my lifetime, I've lived through Vietnam. I've lived through the Cold War. Not all the Cold War. That started in the late 40s. Sorry about the shaking there. I'm just propping up my elbow on the table here. Yeah, Cold War, Vietnam. The military resurgence in the United States in the 80s. The Gulf War, 1991. Now, I thought that was going to be the defining moment in my generation's history that we would go through as adults. No, that wasn't it. U.S. involvement in Kosovo, late 90s, I guess it was. September 11th. The Iraq War. Afghanistan. Well, the war on terror has been a bigger defining moment than the Gulf War back in 91. But the Gulf War did not have the potential, at least not that I can remember, to actually turn into a worldwide war or an incredibly intense regional conflict. Arab states were saying that, Saddam Hussein was saying that, okay, back in '91, if I launch Scud missiles at Israel, they're going to fire back, and we could all go after the Jewish state together and destroy them. Well, Arab states said, no, we're not going to back you on this one. And they didn't. They were part of the coalition. And there's a lot of behind-the-scenes political machinations going on now in the Middle East. The Saudis, the Qataris, I guess the Iranians, and whoever else, I don't know. But still, the potential is there. And it kind of got me thinking that my little video about watches isn't all that funny, isn't all that important. Excuse me there. My throat does get dry upon occasion, so what can I tell you? But I just want to talk about this right now. Over 100,000 people have died in the Syrian civil war. And about 1,500, a little less than 1,500 people were killed with WMDs. Unknown exactly what type of weapon was used, just a gas of some sort, obviously. I don't think it's a wise idea for my country to be involved militarily in the Syrian situation. Can't stand the idea that, estimates are from 100 to 120,000 people have died over there in the last, a year and a half, 2 years. Horrible. But I just don't know if it's the right thing for us to do, the United States, to get involved there. I personally think back in 2003, it was the right thing to do. And it gets a long, involved story there, but it was the right thing to do to go into Iraq. Definitely, without a doubt, it was the right thing to do to go into Afghanistan, because the Taliban was supporting and sheltering Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden and all that. I just don't know about this one. And I pray, I'm what is known as a evangelical Christian. I pray that things are settled down and peace hits that entire region. Who knows when that's going to happen? Who knows when the Syrian civil war ends? I just hope that it doesn't get any bigger. I would like that anybody who sees this would pray for peace in that part of the world. That persecution is ended. There, Egypt, Coptic Christians are being persecuted big time there. Killed, churches destroyed, people being forcibly converted to Islam. That's another situation. It's just a horrifying thing to deal with. I just had to mention this. I had to talk about this. This is something on my heart all day. Well, last few days actually. Let there be peace. Let all people know peace. That's it for now, folks. Next video won't be so serious. Who knows? Maybe I'll get back to these things after all. Take care, world, wherever you are.